Hello and welcome to the next installment of my Battlefleet Gothic series, looking at the different factions, the different races you can play as. We're going to be having a look at the Chaos Fleet today. They are specialists in long-range ships. Their ships are quite fast, with a lot of launch bays, although they're not so great at broadsides with their macro cannons, and they don't have much ordnance in the form of torpedoes. A little bit squishier than the Imperial Fleet that we have looked at, and the orcs here are quite brutal as well. Again, randomly generated profile without skills. And again, a 700 point cruiser clash. Now who should we play here? Let's play the Imperial Navy. I don't think we've had them as our opponents yet. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the battleships. They are a lot of points, I find, but I'm going to take one here. I'm going to have a look at the despoiler, which is a carrier. And in terms of battle cruisers, we're going to take another carrier, which is the Styx. And then again, when we're looking at our cruisers, another devastation class, another cruiser, and then finally, another carrier, and then finally Hellbringer, a Hellbringer class, once again another carrier. We're going to be trying to pull off sort of a carrier spam here against the Imperial Navy, try and use our bombers to keep people at range, again use our lances to keep people at range, and use our speed to get out of any trouble. Now you can see here the Chaos ships are very brutal in their appearance. They are older ships that used to perhaps fight for the Imperium, or were independent ships that have fallen to Chaos, perhaps dating back to the Horus Heresy, for those of you who are familiar with the 40k lore. Not going to go for anything fancy with the deployment. Again, apologies for the ambulance driving past there. I'll have a look at our battleship. You can see here it's got the big launch bays at the front. You can outfit these ships with Marks of Chaos in the campaign or in the multiplayer once you get a bit more experience, but because we're playing the custom game, we don't have that option today. So what I'm going to look to do is, we can see here on the mini-map we've got one Imperial ship on the other side of this asteroid. Now I'm going to try and... Oh, I did go off full ahead there. Perhaps mean to, but it'll get us into position a little bit better. We want to try and keep the Imperial fleet at range here. If they do get a chance to come in against us... oh goodness, am I going to bump here? No, I'm not, just. So he's going to go around. Yeah, let's slow him down a little bit. Try and avoid this minefield as much as possible. One thing we're going to have to watch out for, we are outnumbered, and we're probably going to get surrounded. Now if I can maybe launch... Am I in range of bombers? No, not quite yet. To launch these bombers. You can see here just on the edge. Now what I really want to do is launch some bombers and then pull back. I can almost be looking to turn around now to... Now you'd think showing the rear of my fleet to the enemy isn't the best plan, but I really just want to be getting in range, poking down here, and then leaving. Set up for some long range lances. Here we go. Bombers away. Now pulling back with this ship. Going to execute the high energy turn to get out of trouble. And boost away. Now that, I've really made a bit of a mess of that engagement there. We did kill the enemy ship, but I took a little bit of a battering. I want to pull this ship back, maybe try and poke here, and launch some bombers, and then pull back. Execute these high energy turns, and boost away. Oh, I've bumped there. It's not great. Really a poor play from myself there. I got myself out of position. I don't think we've done too much lasting damage. Now this ship I can bring back in, the Harbinger class. I've got to watch out for this minefield. Now again, we took down another Imperial ship there just by poking, and then pulling back. Using our superior range, trying to not get bogged down in a brawl, which is not the strength of the Chaos Fleet. Though I may have to here to focus this frigate down. Just poking. Now I think focusing our fire here will be more effective than letting the battleship go off chasing this dauntless light cruiser. See we've got some bombers off a cooldown here. Again, just launching bombers, pulling back. Want some bombers here again. Just keep chipping away, and then we can bring our battleship in, maybe for a ramming maneuver here. No, we just sort of ran out of energy there with the ship. I'm going to bring this around. So this Imperial ship is fleeing, so we don't need to worry too much about bursting it down. Can bring our ship back around. I have got into a little bit of a brawl here, more than I would have perhaps liked to. But with the carriers I can sort of make up for those mistakes just by keeping the pressure on with bombers. So I'm always sort of chipping away at the Imperial fleet. Oh goodness, I'm in danger of ramming here. Ramming my own ship. Now if we perhaps go off to the left and up toward the top of the screen. See, we are just sort of chipping away. Now we have superior numbers, although there's a Overlord battle cruiser here that I really don't want to be getting involved in too much of a brawl with. I really want to be moving this light cruiser away, using my speed just to get to safety again, and then perhaps turning this Devastation class cruiser around again to launch another bombing run on the Dauntless. Now I've not really shown off some of the really high-end poke tactics here that you'd maybe see in multiplayer. As I say, I'm just trying to give you a quick racial overview. You can see if we zoom in here on this Dauntless, we can see our bomber waves coming in, doing quite a bit of damage to the Imperial light cruiser, and then a second wave coming in. There we go. I find it is quite effective just to swamp the enemy with your carriers here, with your bombers that you're launching from the carriers. Just allows you to pressure them a little bit more. They do have to come to you, and they have to go through just a wave of bombers. You do struggle a little bit against Eldar with this, because their fighters are really good. They have the best fighters in the game, really, so you have to be careful not to rely on that tactic too much. And also the Eldar can match you for speed, which is another great strength of the Chaos Fleet. Where you can beat the Eldars, you are just tougher than them. Now should we try a ram here? Yeah, let's go for it. Oh goodness, I ran with the wrong ship there. There we go. Just smashing into the engines of this Imperial ship here. Bring this. I may have cost myself a ship there, but it looked cool, which is, you know, the most important thing when you're playing a video game. You can see here my battleship at the back's just chilling. I could have been using that a little bit more effectively to launch more bombers, but you can see there that was a very quick overview of the strength of the Chaos Fleet, which, as I say, in my opinion, is definitely using them as a cruiser spam. They do not excel well in getting stuck in against the more brawly fleets like the Orcs or the Imperials, or certain builds of Imperials. You have to be careful against Imperial ships as well. They have the Nova Cannon, which can really make a mess if you're slightly squishier ships. But anyway, that was our Chaos overview video. I've been Jamie. You know, do all the good stuff. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. follow us on Twitter. All the links are available below, or should be at the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!